What you making, Grandpa?
Hi, it's D.I.Y. Grandpa here with some ideas and encouragement for projects you can do yourself. So we have cats, and my wife loves cats. They're pretty good cats. They're outdoor cats. The reason they stay outdoors is because she's allergic. And it's great to have them on the property because they're good mousers. They keep the rodent population down at our place, but they like to sleep in the garage. And we let them in the garage at night, and they like to climb up in the rafters. I guess cats by nature like to sleep up high, but they climb on everything. You can see that the cats are climbing down on this ducting over here, and they put their claws into the insulation, and then they rip it and tear it and make a mess out of all the insulation. So I'm going to repair that and then make an alternative for them to climb down. I was showing you the ducting that they've ripped up by climbing on that. And so I'm going to make a dual purpose cat tree. Something for them to sleep on and also something that they can climb on to get up into the rafters. I think that that'll be good for them and good for us. So let me show you where I want to build this. I just want to use the side of this shelving that I built to hold files and boxes and things like that in the garage, and I'm going to mount some platforms going up that will become the cat tree on the side of this shelving. So what I'm going to do is build the shelves, or basically make some trays, and they'll have little edges on them because I know that cats like to get down and feel like they're down in something. So we're going to make these trays out of plywood, and they'll be about 12 inches wide, maybe 18 inches long, and that'll be a good size for the cat to sleep in. So let's get started with those. I'm using some plywood that I already have, because these are going to be covered with carpet. So now I'm going to cut these down to just the size of the shelves that we want. And once I've got 8, then we'll put the edges around them and figure out how to mount them on that on those uprights for our cat tree. I've got some spare pieces here, and this one just happens to be about 4 inches. I've set the fence here at 4 inches. I'm going to use my pusher because these are narrow enough that I want to keep my fingers away from the blade, and I'm just going to cut some pieces that are 4 inches high, and it's going to end up being the sides for these little shelves or trays or beds, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so why don't we make our shelves here, and it's going to be kind of like trays. We'll just put the sides on and screw them on. It's not a heavy duty thing, it just needs to hold a cat. Screw this in. There's 1 and 2. Yeah, that's sturdy, and especially when the carpeting is on it, it's going to hold it all together real tight. So these corners don't match up perfectly, and that's okay. This is not a drawer or a box. This is just our frame that we're going to put the carpet on. So basically it's just enough to shape up the shelf or the tray, and we're going to alternate these, the ends. because these shelves are going to be staggered. There'll be one like this, one off like that. Okay, so got my 8 shelves done, or trays, or whatever we want to call them. And now we'll take these and carpet them. I've just got an old rug, and we'll cut up the rug and put it on these shelves, and that'll just be so comfortable for the cats. Look who I've got here. You want to check out? This is going to be a comfortable spot for you. Yeah, you're not sure what to think of it. Well, when it gets covered with carpet, you'll think it's a lot better. All right, I'll put you down. I got this old rug from the back patio, and I'm cutting pieces that are going to be able to go on this tray, and so I've cut this pattern. The way that this works now is it's going to overlap in the right places and cover the inside of this tray with the rug piece, and that'll be attractive to the cats. So I think I'll cut another piece. I'm going to have to cut 8 of these in this pattern, and then use some carpet tacks to tack it on to our shelving, or these trays that are going to be a place for the cats to sleep and the cats to climb. So now that I have the first one cut, I'm going to use these as patterns and cut up several. I really need to cut up 8, and then we will attach those 8 to the wooden boxes, the wooden shelves that I've made. And it's interesting how this little square, when you fold it up into a corner, it makes a corner that will then go over those wooden pieces and allow us to cover it kind of nicely. So following our pattern, now we'll cut these pieces out. So now we have 2. So let's make 8 of these and then come back and start attaching them to our shelves. All right, so I've got my carpet pieces here cut to the pattern that I made, and I'm going to take each one of these trays and kind of lay it in, and then start putting these carpet tacks in place. And I'll just get it started by nailing the tack into the wood, and we'll start just tacking the carpet down to the tray, or to the shelf that the cats will lay on. And that's going to be an attractive surface for them here in the garage. And you can see that it starts to fit around the different contours. That square notch that we cut in the carpet makes a seam here in the corner. And so we're just going to tack this all around to the wood, and that will adhere our carpet to each one of our shelves. Like this. And so So we've got about 8 of these to do. And once we get the carpeting all installed, then we'll start to mount it on our shelf to make the tree. Well, I've got my shelves now, and so I am going to put the braces on. I'm going to make some 2x4s, and the shelves are going to alternate. So you can see that I have shelves that will alternate kind of like this, and they'll be able to jump from one to another. So I'm going to put some 2x4s here and begin to mount those. These are going to be 14 inches apart all the way up, and so that's what I'm going to do now. So now I've cut these boards. I've got 8 of them. 4 of them are 18 inches wide. They'll just be the same width as the shelf, or as the braces here. And 4 of them are 2 feet. So they're going to stick out 6 inches, and these are going to alternate like this. This will give the cat a place to jump back and forth going up the shelves. You'll see as I put it together. All right, well, I've got all of the braces now that I'm going to put the shelves onto. And so these will just each get mounted this way. The ones that are offset will stick out a little bit further, and these that are, do you see how it goes? They'll be able to jump up back and forth to get up these shelves. Okay, so I'm putting a screw in through the shelf into this cross member here. And it's enough to hold it up, but it's really not going to be sturdy enough to hold the weight of a cat. It would begin to sag over time. So as I put these up, then later I'm going to come back and I'm going to put just a 2x4 that we cut, which will add much more rigidity to each one of these shelves here. So that's what we'll do after this. So I got the shelves mounted, and I'm going to put these little brackets here, just kind of screw it into the cross piece that's here, and then I'll be able to screw down through, and this shelf will be more sturdy. And just like this one now, when the cat jumps on it, it's not going to tip and fall down. And I'll do that on these as well. All right, so I think this is going to be a popular spot for the cats. And as you can see, it alternates. They're going to be able to hop from here to here, up to here. And you like it? Yeah, I think you do. Great. Well, if you want to build a cat tree, this is how you do it. You like it there? Yeah. You want to have a snack? I want to have a snack. Hey, thanks, babe. So I think I'm going to enjoy this a lot. Little popsicle. See you next time.